Hi, I'm Devin. Thank you for joining me today and taking a moment for movement. Today, our yoga practice will take about 30 minutes, and we're going to focus on opening up the chest, shoulders, and back. Many of us, when we get stressed, begin to hold tension in these muscles. Even if you're not stressed about work or anything else in your life, even exercise can add to our stress. As we get tired, our shoulders tend to start creeping up towards our ears. So today we're going to let it go, roll those shoulders back, and find a nice deep stretch during our practice. If you enjoy this workout, please subscribe to the channel for more updates. Let's get started on our mat. Standing tall on our mat in mountain pose, take a nice deep breath, roll the shoulders back and away from the ears, and just let the mind relax. Let go of any thoughts, plans, or ideas. Right now, our focus is on our body and on our yoga workout. So let all those other thoughts just go. Begin by interlacing the fingers, flip the palms up towards the sky and lengthen the body. Roll the shoulders back, becoming as long as possible. Root down through the feet, find length through the spine, and reach up a little bit higher through the palms. Breathe deeply, feel the ribs expand to the side. And exhale, release, bring the arms back down to the sides. Now interlace them behind the back, roll the shoulders back and together, reach the thumbs away from the tailbone, open the chest, and look up towards the sky. As we're still warming up the body, don't push too far. But notice as you exhale, maybe you can relax and reach those thumbs a little bit further from the tailbone. Release, look forward, release the hands, interlace them one more time in front of the body. Now reaching the knuckles away from you. Round the spine, drop the chin down towards the chest. And let's release. Arms back to the sides. Lift the chin off the chest and take a nice deep breath. Let's step to the top of our mat, moving right into our sun salutations to warm up all the muscles along the body. Inhale. Exhale, palms together at the center of your chest. Inhale, lift the arms up, gently arching back. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips all the way down to the mat. Bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Inhale, right leg back. Lower the knee and flatten the top of the foot to the mat. Curl the right toes as you retain the breath, coming into plank. Draw the abdominals in. Exhale, lower the knees, chest and forehead to the mat. Inhale, slide forward, press through the palms, lift the chest, look up, and curl the toes, lift up through the hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left foot forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release, arms by the sides. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the left toes, retain the breath as we step the right leg back to plank. And exhale, lower knees, chest and forehead. Inhale, slide forward, press through the palms, look up. And exhale, curl the toes, hips up, downward facing dog. Press down through your heels. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, foot flat. And exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release. One more set. Inhale, exhale, palms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, retain the breath, step the left leg back to plank. Inhale, and exhale, lower, knees, chest and forehead. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. And exhale, curl the toes, hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward, Left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left leg forward, feet together. Look at your knees. Inhale, arms up. Gently arch back. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back. Knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, retain the breath, right leg back to plank. And exhale, lower knees, chest and forehead. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the toes, hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, foot flat. And exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears. Take a nice deep breath. Take a step back on your mat so you have plenty of space in front of you. Inhale, both arms all the way up. And as we exhale, hinge forward, keeping the biceps next to the ears until we can't fold forward any further. Then let the arms relax, let the head and neck relax, look towards your knees, and breathe deeply. Gently shake the head left and right, up and down. Letting the whole body relax, sinking the chest down a little bit deeper, reaching the crown towards the toes a little bit more as we get more comfortable in this posture. And now bring our hands around to the back of our ankles or calves, pull the chest in, lengthen the spine, reach the crown down towards your toes. And let's release the hands, bring the hands to the mat, use them for support as we bend our knees, lift the heels off of the floor, and sink our hips down to meet our heels. So from this crouching position, I want you to lift the chin up, look forward, find a point that's not moving, something a little bit higher than eye level. And then we're going to gently lift our palms up off of the mat, coming into our fingertips, rolling our shoulders back slightly. And then from here, it's all about how you feel. So maybe we can lift one hand to our lap. Maybe, depending on how we feel tonight, we can lift both hands up. If you've got your fingertips off the mat, maybe they're just an inch tonight. Maybe they're in our lap. If you've got the hands off of the mat completely, wherever feels more comfortable to put them is up to you. So you can extend them if this feels a little bit more stable. Bring them to your heart, reach them out to your sides, keep them in your lap. Whatever works. But find that point to focus on, continue to breathe deeply. And we're strengthening the feet here, stretching the soles of the feet, but strengthening the muscles and tendons. Let's gently lower our hands to the mat if they're not already there. Use them for support as we ease the knees forward and down, keeping the toes tucked. We're going to sit back again on our heels, now stretching out the soles of the feet. If this is too intense, begin to lean forward until you feel relief. You can bring your hands down to the mat. So we should feel a stretch, but we don't want it to be painful. Excellent. Let's flatten the tops of the toes to the mat and inhale both arms up. And exhale, fold forward over our thighs, coming into child's pose, forehead down to the mat, breathing deeply. And let's round up, stacking the back, one vertebra at a time, keeping the chin on the chest until our shoulders are over our hips. And then lift our head back up. Good. So let's roll our shoulders back a couple times. Nice big circles. And forward. All right, so let's pick up our left arm, pull it across the body, and use the right hand to just gently pull the left arm in towards the chest. We're going to feel this stretch through the back of the shoulder. If at any point this is too intense for your lower body, seated like this in hero pose, you can swing your legs around and cross the legs, cross the ankles. Or if you have a yoga block handy, you can always place that between your heels and sit up a little bit higher. Let's release the left arm and switch sides. Right arm lifted up, pull it across. Use the left hand to gently draw the arm in towards the torso. And release. Good. Roll it out. Both directions. And now we're going to take our left arm, lift it all the way up, bend the elbow, and we're going to use the right hand to draw the left elbow in towards the center of the body. So our left fingers are just relaxed and hanging between our shoulder blades. We still want a nice tall torso. We're looking straight ahead and breathing deeply here, feeling that stretch now through the outside of the torso and shoulder. Let's release and switch sides. Right arm up, bend the elbow, left hand, hold on to the elbow and draw it in towards the midline of the body. We have a tendency of drawing our chin towards our chest here because the arm is kind of blocking where we'd usually have the back of our head. So adjust as needed, but prioritize the stretch through the outside of the right arm. And release. Okay, so our left arm is going to reach all the way up towards the sky, but our right hand is coming to the lower back, so the back of the hand to the tailbone. And we're going to reach our right hand up the spine looking for our left hand. So we're aiming to get the fingers together behind our back here. So if the hands don't quite touch, that's okay. You can just grab a hold of the back of the shirt, or you can bring your right hand back up to the left elbow. Breathe deeply and release. Roll it out. All right, opposite side, right arm up, bend the elbow, left hand behind the back, slide those hands towards one another, reaching for the opposite fingertips. Again, one side's always a little bit tighter than the other, so if the hands don't touch, you can just grab the back of the shirt or bring your left hand back up to the right elbow and draw it into place. Excellent. Let's release. One more time. Roll it out both directions. Good. All right, so let's walk our hands forward. We're going to come into plank. So bring the palms down to the mat, place them under the shoulders, draw the abs in and walk the feet back. So a nice long line down the length of the body. Actively press through the center of the palm. Hold it here, breathing deeply. And on our next exhale, we're going to move into chaturanga, the yoga push-up. So we're only bending the elbows here. Coming down to 90 degrees, keeping the upper arms tucked next to the body and keeping the body parallel to our mat. Look out front, creating that nice long line. Take one more breath and exhale all the way down. Good job. So flatten the feet. Stack one hand on top of the other, rest your cheek on top, and take a couple nice deep breaths. Draw the toes and heels together, and then slide your hands under your shoulders. Elbows are bent and tucked in next to the rib cage. We're going to work on strengthening the lower back. Lift the hands off the mat. This way, we have to work on isolating that lower back area. And on our next inhale, we're going to use the back to lift the face, neck, and chest off of the mat. So think about lifting up little by little, as if you have a string attached to the back of your head or the crown of your head, just gently guiding you up towards the sky. Our feet are down on the mat, anchoring the lower body. And we're just looking comfortably out in front of us. Our shoulders are not creeping up towards the ears. In fact, think of reaching your elbows down towards your feet. Let's take one more full breath here. And as you exhale, gently come down with the same control, lowering the upper chest, and then stacking the opposite cheek on your hands. Let the heels roll away from one another and take a nice deep breath. Let's do that again. Connect the heels and feet. Slide the hands so they're under the shoulders. Palms glued to the mat this time. Elbows bent and tucked in next to the rib cage. As we lift, we're not only strengthening the back, but elongating the spine, reaching the crown towards the sky. So let's inhale, lift the face, neck, and chest, little by little, coming into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. And when we can't lift up through the muscles of the lower back any further, now we will just gently press through the palms to recruit the triceps to lift us up a little bit higher. But we shouldn't have extended or hyperextended elbows. They should be bent, they should be tucked in next to the rib cage, and the shoulders are back and away from our ears. Nice long line down the front of the body. If this is too intense on the spine, bend the elbows a little bit more and lower the chest. Breathe deeply here. Lift your gaze up a little bit higher, increasing that stretch through the face and throat. And let's exhale, come all the way down with the same strength, the triceps, and then lower back taking over as we lower the upper chest to the mat. Stack your hands, rest your cheek on top, let the heels roll away from one another, and just take a couple nice deep breaths. Excellent. Let's reach our left arm out in front of us. Use it as an anchor, so palm side down, and our left leg is going to remain on the mat. Reach back with your right hand, bend the right knee, and grab a hold of the foot or ankle. So we're just starting out with a quad stretch. The more we pull the heel in towards the glute, the more length and stretch we'll feel through the right quad. So you can use your left hand for support or for balance. Maybe you can press into it and lift your chest up a little bit more, finding an arched back. We're preparing here for bow pose. So breathe gently and notice how that quad feels. If you're relatively comfortable in this posture, I'd like you to think about turning on the glute and the hamstring and lifting the right toes up towards the sky, finding space between your quad and the mat. That's going to get us a little bit more in the headspace for bow pose, our next posture. So take a couple more breaths here. Reach the kneecap down towards the bottom of your mat. And then release. Bring the right hand forward, lowering the right foot to the mat. And we're going to switch sides. So left arm reaches back, bend the left knee, pull the heel in towards the body. Find length through that quad. Reach the kneecap down towards your right foot. Maybe you can lift the chest a little bit. If you're more comfortable here with your forehead down on your hand or down on the mat directly, go right ahead. Now turn on that left glute, the left hamstring. Work on lifting the left foot up towards the sky. You can hold it there if that feels okay. And lower that thigh down. So moving into bow pose, we're going to reach back for both feet. So you may just want to keep your left foot in your left hand for the time being, or you may find it easier to reach back and grab a hold of both feet at once. Bring the thighs together so the knees are in line with your hips. And we're going to put together the preparatory poses we were just doing with the legs, as well as our cobra pose that comes into play here as well. So a couple parts. We're going to start with the upper body by inhaling our face, neck, and chest up off of the mat, lifting that crown of the head towards the sky, and then roll the shoulders back and towards one another. Press the feet into the hands, lift up a little bit higher, and now turn on those glutes and hamstrings, lift the fronts of the thighs off of the mat, coming into bow pose. If this is too intense on the lower back, just release the legs and come back to our stretch one leg at a time. Let's take one more nice deep breath. And exhale, lower the thighs, place the hands under the shoulders, and push the hips up and back, coming into child's pose. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Lift the head, neck, and chest up. Come onto our hands and knees. Walk the knees under the hips, the hands under the shoulders, and let's move with our breath. Exhale, arch the back, draw your chin towards your chest. Inhale, round the spine. So move at your own pace. Good. And then we're going to swing our legs around. Slide our hips to the center of the mat and roll our upper body down. Arms next to the legs. Take a nice deep breath, and we're going to move into shoulder stand. So use the abs to draw the knees in towards the chest. Press through the palm to lift the tailbone off of the mat. And once the tailbone is lifted, we're bending our elbows, bringing our hands to the lower back, walking them up the spine towards our shoulder blades, stacking our hips over our shoulders. And when they're in place, we're going to reach the toes all the way up towards the sky. So take a couple nice deep breaths. Let the feet relax. Shoulder stand is an inversion. So if you're not feeling good today or you're not feeling comfortable in shoulder stand, you can always take the option of legs up the wall, where you sit close to the wall and you swing the legs around. Therefore, your torso and hips are remaining on the mat. That's a great option if you're not feeling good. Bring one leg overhead, reach away through the opposite leg. Just let the legs hang. And bring the legs together and gradually switch directions. And then if you're up for it tonight, let's work on lowering the toes down to the mat. Overhead, coming into plow pose. If the toes don't touch, if they're still hovering tonight, that's okay. But just be sure to keep your hands where they are, okay? Only if your toes touch the mat should you think about releasing the hands. And you don't have to, but you need the support of the hands if your toes haven't made contact with the mat yet. All right, let's bend the knees in towards the face. Release the hands down to the mat now, everybody. And we're going to slide the knees down the front of our body, gradually lowering the back, the tailbone, and using our abs here for control, the soles of the feet. So, from here, let's walk our heels in. Reach our hands down along the length of our body, tucking the shoulder blades back and under. Fingertips are resting on the backs of the heels or ankles. We're going to take an inhale. And as we exhale, press through the soles of the feet. Lift the front of the hips all the way up towards the sky. Draw the knees in so they're in line with your hips. and breathe deeply. Keep pressing and continue to lift the hips. Don't let them drop. And ease them back down to the mat. Excellent. Extend one leg down and pull the opposite knee in towards the chest. Point and flex the foot. And then draw the knee across to the opposite side. Reach your arm out and look away from the leg. Bring the knee back up towards the sky and lower it all the way down to the mat. Switch sides, opposite leg, pull it in towards the chest. Point and flex the foot a couple times. Pull the knee across and look over the opposite shoulder. And release. Bring the knee back to the center. Lower it all the way down to the mat. Walk your heels about mat width apart. Flip your palms up towards the sky and bring them about halfway between your hips and your shoulders. Close your eyes, taking a deep inhale and a full exhale, and letting your whole body relax. Let your body just melt into your mat. My toes, feet, and heels are releasing and relaxing. My toes, feet, and heels are released and relaxed. My ankles, calves, and knees are releasing and relaxing. My ankles, calves, and knees are released and relaxed. My thighs, hips, and buttocks are releasing and relaxing. My thighs, hips, and buttocks are released and relaxed. My abdomen and lower back are releasing and relaxing. My abdomen and lower back are released and relaxed. My fingers, hands, and wrists are releasing and relaxing. My fingers, hands, and wrists are released and relaxed. My forearms, elbows, and upper arms are releasing and relaxing. My forearms, elbows, and upper arms are released and relaxed. My chest, back, and shoulders are releasing and relaxing. My chest, back, and shoulders are released and relaxed. My neck, head, and face are releasing and relaxing. My neck, head, and face are released and relaxed. My mind is calm, my breathing is even, and I am completely relaxed. Bring awareness to your body. Begin to move your fingers and toes. Gently stretch your arms overhead. Bring the legs together. Lengthen the body from your fingertips all the way down to your feet. Bend your knees, hug both knees in towards the chest. Gently rock from side to side, massaging the back. And then roll up to a seated position. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today and taking a moment for movement. If you enjoyed today's workout, please subscribe for more videos.